morning. Today is Tuesday, June 4th. I'm Andrew. And I'm Zoe. Teachers, today is field day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may now be seated. We will now hear from the Patty Sports Show.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, Teddy Ballgame.
Deluge.
Happy Tuesday. Happy final Tuesday of the school year. Happy final Patty Sports Show. And happy field day to you. Before we jump into the sports show, I want to remind you of how many Patty essentials actually apply to field day today, boys and girls. First of all, when someone does something well or wins a game, what do? We congratulate that person. We don't feel hurt because they might have done better than we did. We congratulate them and let them feel good because they did something great. Similarly, if you are the one to win or do something well, you don't brag. And if you lose, you don't show anger. That's called good sportsmanship and maintaining self-control. Those are Patty Essentials number 6 and 7. Number 11, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of people, including Miss Braxton and Mr. Gilbert, who have put in a ton of work for today. If you see trash out there anywhere, I don't care whose it is, I don't care if it's not yours, pick it up and throw it away. You can do your part to help make field day awesome and to keep our grounds clean. Number 15, do not misuse or destroy materials or tools. You're going to be given a lot of awesome stuff out there to play with. Don't misuse them. Handle them the right way and appreciate what you've been given. And number 25, we have a lot of parent volunteers out there. They are here to help make your field day safe and awesome. So say hello, make them feel welcome, introduce yourself if you want, say please and say please and say thank you. So lots of Patty Essentials there, great opportunity to practice as you all have fun out there, and I'm sure you will. With that said, Teddy Ballgame, world of sports. What's up?
Sports. Well, in NBA basketball news, the Dallas Mavericks defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 124-103 to become the Western Conference champions. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic again stole the show, with each player putting up 36 points. Mavericks move on to the NBA Finals, where they will face off against the Boston Celtics.
That's a tough duo right there, and I'm hoping they can take them down. You think you're going to take them down?
I'm rooting for Dallas.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
In NHL hockey action, we're also down to the end. The Florida Panthers clawed their way past the New York Rangers, and the Edmonton Oilers blotted out the Dallas Stars. You like that one? Blotted out?
Blotted out.
Blotted out?
Never ceased.
You know, you're blotting out the sun. Yeah, I kind of like
You
that
don't have
one.
to explain it, I get it.
Yeah, it took me about,
Very impressive.
probably 10 minutes to come up with that last night, but hey. Each winning their series 4-2, the Panthers and Oilers will now take on each other in the Stanley Cup Finals. The Panthers lost last year's final and are looking for their first championship ever, while the Oilers won their last championship 30 years ago in 1990.
Wow. Do you care who wins?
My son is a huge Edmonton Oilers fan,
there you
so
go. You got a connection.
them. Yep.
I, however, do not.
In MLB baseball news, the Philadelphia Phillies spoiled Rhys Hoskins' return to Philadelphia as they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 3-1. Meanwhile, the Washington Nationals fell short in their comeback last night against the New York Mets, losing 8-7.
Say what you will about Philadelphia fans, but they gave him a standing ovation in the first at-bat. Then he hit a home run. The opposing team hit a home run, and they gave him a standing ovation. That is some awesome fans.
Yep. And in MLS soccer news, DC United tied Toronto Football Club 2-2. Matisse Klitsch and Theodore Coup Di Pietro scored goals for United. And Inter Miami also ended their last match in a tie against St. Louis City Soccer Club. Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez scored goals for Inter Miami.
Did it take you longer to come up with the zinger earlier or to pronounce that last name?
I know, that was crazy. I actually practiced it last night. I had to look up the one name and hear it pronounced. So, yeah,
Very good.
we're putting in extra time, man.
Teddy Ballgame, let me tell you what, man, we have put in a lot of time into this sports show, and you know, you were an absolute pro coming up with those zingers and pronouncing last names like none other. And boys and girls, this is the final longest running sports show in elementary school history. How about that title right there? Because you may or may not know, but Teddy Ballgame will not be with us here next year. So all good things come to an end, and so I think it would only be appropriate to have a little retrospective and look back here at the Patty Sports Show. Hey, this is us back in 2018, Teddy Ballgame. I look a lot younger.
Yeah.
You are still wearing that wig and the
Yeah.
glasses, the same one.
Same one.
Same one. 2018, that's 6 years ago.
Thrifty.
We started this sports show right here. And, hey, this is the time we had, a sports team with us, right? Some of our kids played on baseball teams, little league teams. We've had various kids from various sports here in the school participate in the sports show. This is the time we celebrated birthdays too. We used to celebrate birthdays on the sports show. Miss Schweer was here celebrating her birthday, and she also had to play a sports trivia game with Bean Boozled. That was a fun one, and she was a great sport. Hey, remember that time where Miss Cooper and I had to fight over the Fantasy Football League trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she might have gotten that out of my hands, but I think I
That's
won.
my one regret, is never getting my name on that fantasy football championship. One time I had a chance, and Mrs. Anderson took me down that year.
Yeah, I'm never gonna let you
Yeah.
live that down.
I know.
And my name's on there a few times, so. Anyway, hey, remember when they used to dress like Deluge?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure somebody's dressed like you too, but maybe, but look, even wearing the t-shirt, how about that, boys and girls, brought it back. That's right, I remember that. Hey, remember the time where you had to walk the plank after our sports show on Pirate Day?
Yeah.
I remember that, wearing a pirate shirt, you traitor. And, hey, this is probably, I mean, you can tell by the laugh, this is probably because of one of Teddy Ballgame singers right there, where he came up with play on words that only you and I can, as a professional, can appreciate and understand. And, top 10 finishes in sports history, boys and girls. There's some fantastic moments, of course, over the course of history in sports, and, some of these, Joe Carter's walk-off, man, that was a killer
Oh,
for the
yeah,
Phillies.
definitely. I cried that night.
Yeah, me too. Bill Mazeroski's walk-off grand slam, I remember that, the Music City Miracle,
Yeah.
Patriots upsetting the Rams, but, number one is missing. You know what number one is?
I can't wait to see it.
The day the Patty Sports Show ended. The number one top 10 ending in the history of sports. And so, with there, that's probably one of your classic takeaways here, throwing the paper at the camera. And so with that said, boys and girls, that is the end of the Patty Short Sports Show, but it is not the end of your day. Go have a great day out there. Together we are Patty Show.